I want to control all my electric appliances with a single infrared remote. But this project starts becoming complicated with increase in control functionalities. This infrared transmitter and receiver setup can only on this LED by pressing this button, and off the LED by pressing this other button. Let's say I have another LED and I want to control them independently. That means I'll have additional 2 buttons on my transmitter. So imagine how many buttons my transmitter will have if I want to control 12 LEDs independently. But I think I found a way to solve this problem. This setup can control many functionalities with only 4 buttons. Let's talk about infrared wireless communication. When it comes to wireless transmission, infrared communication, aka IR communication, is the way to go, especially when using Arduino. Not just because of the few components needed, but it's also easy to work with. Let's start with this simple transmitter and receiver that can on and off a single LED. For the transmitter, connect the infrared LED and 2 push buttons to the Arduino based on the circuit diagram. In the IDE, go to Tools, Manage Library, and search for IR Remote Library. Install it. Open a new sketch and write these lines of code. You can choose any hexadecimal number and pin connection for the buttons, but the infrared LED should be connected to pin 3 of the Arduino, as recommended by the library. At the receiving end, connect the infrared receiver and a single LED to the Arduino based on this circuit diagram. Open another new sketch and write these lines of code. With the previous chosen hexadecimal numbers to be the trigger values. If I press this button, the Arduino converts the hexadecimal number into binary and send it to the infrared LED in form of electric signal impulses based on the communication protocol. The NEC communication protocol modulates the signal using pulse distance encoding of bits to transmit logic 1 and 0 with 38 kHz carrier frequency, which turns the infrared LED on and off rapidly. The receiver picks that light signal, demodulates it, and converts it to electric signal and sends it to the Arduino, and then trigger the pin based on the data received. In this my new setup, the transmitter has a display, which displays all the functionalities that the transmitter can control. With the up and down buttons, you can scroll through and select what you want to control with the left button, and exit with the right button. And you can add more functionalities if you want to, without changing or adding anything to the hardware, but adding some lines of code to the existing ones. Writing code for this transmitter is much more complicated compared to the previous one. But the circuit connection is not that complicated. This is just an introduction to this project. If you're curious to see the end of it, watch out for the next episode. Like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.